Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta today led the official unveiling of the Building Bridges initiative in an event charged with heavy emotions, including the heckling of his deputy, Dr. William Ruto. Tonight, our political affairs reporter Murimi Mwangi reports on events at the Bomas of Kenya and explains why the country could be bracing up for charged and a divisive face as campaigns for and against the BBI document begin.
It was to be the climax of a near 2 years-long journey to a perceived political prosperity. And a climax, or an anticlimax, you would say it was, as President Uhuru Kenyatta, his deputy William Ruto, and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga led the nation at the official unveiling of the final Building Bridges Initiative report at the historic Bomas of Kenya. And from the onset, the daggers appeared already drawn between sworn political protagonists Ruto and Odinga, even with Kenyatta wedged between them.
A 16th century tool called the wheelbarrow, millions of citizens in the 21st century are still dependent on the wheelbarrow and mokokoteni. That is the discussion we need to have.
Wewe umekuwa na bibi, umezaa mtoto, unaona mtoto amekuwa ni kichaa. Sasa wewe unasema hiyo si mtoto yangu.
Let me then say,
but it is Ruto who had the longest day at Bomas, as his blow-by-blow criticism of contentious sections of the document came against the hostility of a rather inattentive audience, on several occasions escalating to loud heckling of the country's second-in-command.
and that discussion is a discussion that involves millions of Kenyans. Millions of Kenyans.
Who on this day was unusually without his routine band of political supporters.
I have my reservations. And I need to be persuaded, like many other Kenyans, that that is fair. On the third issue, you have heard me, I have heard you.
Kenyatta, who was the last speaker of the day, forced to play diplomatic to at least ease the hostility against his deputy in the room.
Upande yetu ya Jubilee na mshukuru kwa sababu tulisonga pamoja hapa katikati, ndio sasa 2022 ikaanza kuwa inapita.
But he too threw a few jabs at Ruto, criticizing the deputy president's vicious campaign to succeed him, comparing Ruto's fierce 2022 charge to a run in the opposite direction of a relay race.
Hii ni ile ya kuhandover, unajua? Si ndio? Inaitwa relay. Unakimbia ule mwingine anakugojea pale, anatakikana kukugojea ndio ashike aendelee, si ndio? Lakini sasa my brother William hapa amepinduka, anakimbia nyuma.
Among key areas Ruto is against in the BBI report is the suggested role of political parties in picking commissioners to electoral body IEBC. The suggestion to establish the office of Judicial Ombudsman to receive complaints against judicial officers and the now all too contentious expansion of the executive, which Ruto argues does not solve the winner-take-it-all conundrum, despite reintroducing the post of Prime Minister and 2 deputies.
Kimunya is the Prime Minister because he's the leader of majority. We have Jimmy Angwenyi, who is our deputy, as a deputy Prime Minister, and maybe Maoka Maore as one of the deputies. So what happens to the whole NASA brigade together with Musalia and all these other people? I mean, and I am not saying anything. I'm just saying I want to be persuaded.
There are too many sideshows that are detracting us from where we want to go, that are stopping this country from being that great country that our forefathers saw it to be. And I believe that together we can achieve it.
We said we want to bequeath a better society for the coming generation of our country. It is not about making Uhuru Kenyatta a prime minister or Raila Odinga a president. And Raila Odinga has never declared, and I want to tell the Standard newspaper, anywhere that he wants to run for presidency in 2022.
But the sincerity or otherwise of this final handshake notwithstanding though, as I say, it's never that serious. And with the launch of the report, the daggers appear already drawn as the campaigns for and against the document begin. Mrumi Mwangi, News at the Bomas of Kenya in Nairobi.
Well, the Deputy President, William Ruto,